So, Bezrat HaShem, Rabbeinu, in Torah Nun, 50th Torah, in the second part of Likutei Moran, Rabbeinu is saying that the thoughts are in the hands of people to control them and to take them to the place that they want. And Rabbeinu is explaining that it's impossible that there are going to be two thoughts in the same time. Every person in his mind can have only one thought. It means that if you have bad thoughts, thoughts of anger, thoughts of despair, thoughts of sadness, you can control it. You have the power to take those thoughts to the place that you want. It means to reject them and to think about something else. And a lot of people are falling to sadness and to despair because of bad thoughts. And we need to understand, how can it be that we lost our ability to control on something that's really in our hands? If Rabbeinu is saying that the free choice is in our hands. In Torah Nun Dalet 54, Rabbeinu is saying the free choice is in the hands of the person to do what he wants. And even all of the things are all in the hands of the Israeli person, to lead everything according to his will, like he is choosing that those things are going to be. Because in the hands of Israel there is a free choice on everything in the world. Other people, there are things that they have to go through. But for an Israeli person, everything and thing that he's doing, like to go somewhere and on, he's got free choice on everything. So how can it be that people coming to that place that they feel so lost and so weak that other people control their lives and other people force them to do things against their own will? And actually it's not true, because Rabbeinu is telling us that you have a free choice and you can choose by yourself on every decision, every detail in your life. And even more so that we see that on the thoughts. Sometimes people feel that they're going crazy, going nuts, losing their mind, the sadness and the despair, like a black cloud covering on the eyes and they cannot see. And because of the sadness, they're justifying their situation and explaining to themselves that really from that situation no one can help me, I cannot go out from that, it's too hard for me, I'm not able. And it's all a lie, because Rabbeinu is saying that the thoughts are in your hands to decide according to your will. So how can it be that really it's in our hands but we lost the will? Because the Yetzer Hara, he tricked us. He came to a place like that he said, why would I fight with a lot of details, a lot of branches? It's a very hard war. If you have a lot of entrance to one city, it's very hard to cover all of them. But if you go one step back, there is only one street, one way that leads to that city. You sit on that way and you conquered all of the city. Instead of fighting with all of the houses, with all of the streets, all of the neighborhoods, all parts of the city, all of the gates, you put your power on one way, on one main gate, few kilometers before, and this is it. No one can enter, no one can go out. This is it. You conquered all of the city. Yetzer Hara done the same. Yetzer Hara is working with us not to believe in ourselves, that we're going to feel so sad and so low, and to ruin our self-image, and then we're falling very fast to sadness, to despair. And this is it, and there is no war anymore. Immediately when you fall to sadness, there is no war. You lost the war. You lost the battle. This is it. The war is to stay happy. The war is to believe in yourself. And how can you believe in yourself? How can you believe in yourself if you see that you're failing again and again on the same things, even on things that you're working very hard on them, things that you accept on yourself, mamash, with all of your heart, and you prayed on that, and you tried, and mamash, you were crying to HaShem on that, and you made 40 times all of the Sefer Tehillim on that issue, and nothing moved. How are you going to believe in yourself? So, like we said last time that we were here, that the main thing is the will. That you should believe in yourself, not in an imaginary world that you're gonna drawn to yourself, paint to yourself something like that this is reality, and you're gonna create a certain illusion like that you have control on your life, and now you're gonna believe that you have the power to change things, and actually you don't. You should believe that you're a soul, that you're a neshama, and that what that's in your hands you're doing, not things that are beyond your powers. Yetzirah can show you a huge house with a backyard that cost I don't know what, $20 million, $5 million, a palace, something, and to make you want that thing. If you're really going to waste your life, your time, to want that house, it's a waste of time. Why not to find something that really practical, something that is close to you? If now you want to break your tavat achila, lasting desire for food, so from today, this is it. You're going to eat 1 grain a day, and this is it. And this is it. 1 slice of bread. Slowly, slowly. First of all, stop drinking Coca-Cola, Pepsi, RC Cola, all of the imaginations. Second step, try to eat, not to eat between the meals or so, or something. And after that, in a certain time of your life, Baruch Hashem, you worked on yourself and you straightened yourself a little bit. Now you can progress to the second step, second level, to work. So, Yetzirah is pushing us to think that we can succeed in the physical world, to achieve things according to our will, means lust and desires that we have to this world. And when we're not succeeding, so he lets us feel such a failure, and I'm not worthy, I'm worthless, I'm zero, I'm not good. But actually, you weren't focusing on doing the real right thing that you were supposed to do. The truth was that you were not supposed, ideally, to chase after those nonsense. If a man, a woman, everyone is focusing on the purpose, why we're here? We're here to serve HaShem. We're here to believe in HaShem Barach. So we will not gonna have no downs. Because to serve HaShem Barach, you can serve Him from every place. From every place that you are at, you can serve HaShem Barach. And no one can stop you from serving HaShem Barach. No one. No one. But the Yetzirah is talking to us and telling us, to serve HaShem, you need to have a big house. To serve HaShem, you have to have a clean house. To serve HaShem, you need to have, fancy furnitures. You need to, finish all of the book of Tehillim today. You need to pray 3 prayers in a day, in a minyan or so. It's not true. It's not true at all. Every one of us need to check inside what Hashem is telling me from inside. There are people that for them it's very easy to pray. There are people that for them it's a nightmare to open their mouths. So it cannot be that Hashem, He is expecting all of us to pray the same. For you it's very easy to hold the Tehillim and to say Tehillim from beginning to the end. And it's easy and you like it and you enjoy. And for someone else it's a nightmare. It's literally a nightmare. She cannot do that. She hates it. She cannot feel no good taste in the Sefer Tehillim. What can she do? What she can do? What will she do? She hates it. HaShem is not expecting her to read Sefer Tehillim. He is not. But He is expecting that she will want to read the Sefer Tehillim. And if you want something, you're going to achieve it finally. Because בדרך שבה אדם רוצה ללך, מוליכים אותו. Because in the path that the person wants to walk in that path, they're leading him in that path. בדרך שבה אדם רוצה ללך. In the path that the man wants to walk in. If you want to be holy, they're going to lead you to be holy. If you want to be happy, they're going to lead you to be happy. Why we're saying they're going to lead you? Is that you're not able to walk by yourself. Molichin oto. Like puppets. We really don't have no self-powers. Everything is in the hands of HaShem. Only if HaShem is deciding that we're going to sit, we're going to sit. That we're going to talk, we're going to talk. That we're going to eat and drink and be happy, all of those things are going to happen. But meanwhile, that HaShem Yitbarach is deciding everything, we have the free choice. And how can it be? If we have the free choice, so it means that we have control. It means that we can choose. We can choose, we can decide, and things are going to go according to our decisions. And in the same time, HaShem is deciding everything. So we cannot explain the answer on that. We just need to believe that it's true. That those two realities are happening in the same time. That really, en od milvado, there is nothing except of HaShem. And He is the only one that decides. And also that we have a free choice. But still we need to explain, how can it be that we have a free choice? That the free choice is in the will. That the free choice is in the faith. If to believe that it's all HaShem Yitbarach, or to think that we have a certain being, that I exist. If now you finish the Sefer Tehillim, if you're arrogant, you're going to say, oh wow, amazing. Even you're going to say, thank you HaShem for helping me to say the Sefer Tehillim. You need to know, really, from a point of truth, HaShem, you wanted me to finish the Sefer Tehillim today. You finished the Sefer Tehillim today, HaShem. I'm not here at all. Think about it. Moshe Rabbeinu was chasing after that lamb, small sheep, wanted to bring him back to the herd, and he found himself in a cave in Mount Sinai, saw the burning bush over there, and Borei Olam revealed himself to him, and he's telling him, Moshe, get rid of your filthy body, Shal Ma'alecha, remove your shoes. The Zohar HaKadosh is explaining that Moshe received the holy body, a new body, after 80 years of Avodat Hashem, finally received the holy, pure body with no lust and desires. Means that 1 minute before he still had lust and desires. He was 80. The Zohar HaKadosh is saying, get rid of your contaminated body with leprosy. This is what the Zohar HaKadosh, how the Zohar HaKadosh is calling the body of Moshe Rabbeinu when he was 80. And he's telling to him, Borei Olam is saying to Moshe Rabbeinu, go, save Am Yisrael, save my children. You're the man for that job. Moshe Rabbeinu for a complete week is arguing with the Kadosh Baruch Hu and refusing. Who wouldn't jump on that job? Who wouldn't jump on that job to save Am Yisrael? Even not for yourself, for Am Yisrael. Not for yourself. There is an opportunity now to save Am Yisrael, and Moshe Rabbeinu is refusing. How can he do that? How can Moshe refuse to save Am Yisrael? Because Moshe Rabbeinu really believed that he's not the one for that job. He really saw that he's not capable of doing it. And he was so sure that if he will be the one with the responsibility, he will be the one in the front line, he will fail. He knew that. He knew that he's going to fail. This is how really every one of us would refuse also. If you would know that you're going to receive a job, a huge job, but actually you're going to fail, you wouldn't take it. You wouldn't take it. Risking lives of so many people, all of the salvation, the Geulah of all of Am Yisrael, receiving the Torah, you can ruin that. No one will be stupid to take it. If really you will understand that you're not capable. So think about it. The one that was able feels that he's not capable. This is Moshe Rabbeinu. This is real humility. That you are holding yourself as nothing. And it's not a game that you're acting like that you're something, that you're now you're humble, and now you're not arrogant, and you're playing. It's not a play. It's real life. Really. We don't have no powers of our own. It's all HaShem doing. And the free choice that we have is to know that HaShem is doing everything. And on that we need to work all of our lives. To develop that awareness to HaShem Yitbarach. People are standing Shmona Esrei to pray Shmona Esrei to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they forget that they're talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu during Shmona Esrei. While you're saying, Hashem, open my lips and my mouth, and my lips and my mouth going to praise you, and you're saying, you're blessed Hashem, Baruch, Atah, Hashem, and Hashem is not there for you, for us. We forget Him while we're talking to Him. Think you're sitting with your child, you're sitting with your husband, and he's talking to you, and you forget with who he's talking to. How will you feel? Horrible. How can it be? You're not focused, and we're not talking about flying a little bit, wandering around a little bit. Trying disconnected, totally, not there. He's not with you. How can you stand it? It's so hard. And this is how Kadosh Baruch Hu feels. And it's not Chas Shalom to chase after ourselves. It's to understand the importance of working on that faith, on that awareness to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that He's here. He is here with us every moment. He's filling all of the world. There is no place that is empty from HaKadosh Baruch Hu's godliness. Leit atar panui mineh. He's everywhere. Meloch kol haaretz kevodo. His honor is covering all of the world, all of the land. And He's here. And He's covering Himself and dressing Himself in all of Chai Tzomeach Domem, in Medaber, in all of the creation, in people, in animals, in plants, in solids, in everything. It's Hashem. It's all Hashem. En od milvado means there is nothing except of the Creator. This is it. And also when we're talking to Him, we forget Him. From that we should wake up to understand the importance of it, because look how Yetzirah is making a joke out of all of us. That we think that we're serving Hashem. He made us all to be religious. Alright, so religious. Keeping Shabbos, more or less. Wearing modest, more or less. Eating kosher, more or less. Praying, more or less. Less than more. In the beginning of my tshuva, for my wife it was very hard. That she saw that I'm taking things very seriously. And she told me, I don't understand. Why can't we be religious? Why can't we keep Shabbos and purity of the family, kashrut, and this is it? Why? So I told her, look, for me the religious, it's not the thing that I'm after. I'm after Hashem. I want to be close to Hashem, to the Creator, and for that, there is no religious in the world that's going to bring you close to Hashem Yitbarach, except of that strong will from inside to be close to Hashem Yitbarach. And to be close to Hashem Yitbarach, for that you don't need to have money, you don't need to have kosher food, you don't need to have clean house, you don't need to have new clothes, you don't need nothing. Because Hashem is here. Here is Hashem. Everything is Hashem. There is nothing except of Hashem. Yosef HaTzadik was a prisoner in the lowest dungeon of them all, in the lowest, filthiest place of them all, with the most wicked people in the world in the same prison for life, with no trial. No one going to look after him, for him. No one going to help him. He's not married, he doesn't have no guarantee to be free one day, nothing. Hopeless. And he's happy. And Rashi is writing that he was dancing and singing and he was happy. And I asked Rav Shalom Arush once, and Rav Shalom was praising Yosef and telling to us in the yeshiva, everyone should be happy. Do you have a hard time like Yosef? No, and he was happy, so you for sure need to be happy. And he's right, but I asked Rav after the shiur, from what Yosef was so happy about, what he was happy about. I understand he was happy, alright, wonderful, but based on what? Rav Shalom answered to me the most simple answer of them all. He said, because there is HaShem. This is it. Because there is HaShem. Like David HaMelech said, "Va'anochi esmach b'Hashem." I'm happy that HaShem is here. This is it. When you believe that HaShem is with you, it's HaShem's problem. It's not your problem anymore. HaShem doesn't want you to have money. You have money, you have lasting desires, fears and anxieties. You don't have a complete faith. You don't have children, you have problems with it. Alright. You have problems with HaShem. There was a righteous man named Rab Mordechai Sharabi, and his Rebbe sent the Rabbanit Leah. He was a huge Mekubal, a huge Rebbe, huge, holy, righteous man. And he never had children. And every time that a woman came to him to ask to have children, to ask for a blessing from him, he would tell her, wait 1 minute. He would go and ask his wife, Rabbanit Leah. He was saying like that, Rabbanit, if we have another child in heaven that is waiting to come down to this world, is it okay for you that I'm going to give that poor woman our child? And she was always saying yes. And everyone that came to him, every woman that came to him, came out with a baby boy. And he was making miracles that we can never imagine. Rav Shalom said that his mouth was perfect. Every decree that he was saying, decreeing, would happen. Everything. Rav Shalom was close to him 30 years ago. And they never had children. One time he was crying to HaKadosh Baruch Hu on children, and he heard a voice from heaven, a bat call, that told him all of Am Yisrael had children. This is it. The Rebbe Milubavitch, he and his wife never had children. A lot of righteous people never had children. But you want to have. I understand you. And you want your children to be educated. I understand you. You want to have money to support them. I understand you. Rav Ovadia Yosef, in his will, he wrote to give everything away, not to inherit a penny. Grush, agora, he gave everything, everything. He didn't left nothing to his children, nothing. He didn't even have a house. He lived at his son's house. Rav Ovadia Yosef, he didn't have a house. With the money that went through his hands, he could buy neighborhoods, not houses, not one neighborhood, not one street. He received once a donation from one of the generous people, Safra, the one that donated the city hall, the area of Jerusalem. Mr. Safra gave him 50 million shekels or so. Only to him, to Rav Ovadia, he gave it all. Build another yeshivot and open more mikvaot and more. After Rav Kaduri passed away, they opened these books. They saw thousands of shekels in checks and money, bills inside of his books. He was sitting and learning. People would come to him, give him donations. He was, Toda Rabba, thank you, putting in the books and keep on learning. Doesn't have time to think on that. Why? Because they're focusing on the purpose. And for us it's hard, I understand it. Also for me it's hard. But this is why we're sitting and gathering and talking about that. And after that, everyone goes to his house, needs to keep on working on that daily. To tell HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ribono Shel Olam, connect me to the real purpose. Why am I here, Ribono Shel Olam? I'm here to know you. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to know you. I'm here to learn that you are here. I'm here to learn faith. And to learn from the amazing books of Rav Shalom that are teaching us how to be real believers. And to watch those YouTubes, all of my classes are talking on that in a simple, simple, simple language. You see? Just like that. To talk about it. And to have your time of limud. Now over 300 movies in the channel. You can open it and see and watch and strengthen yourself. And after it, to do it bodedut, to go to talk to HaShem Yitbarach daily on what that you learn. And to say, Ribbono Shel Olam, it's still so far from me. I'm so stuck with all of my stupid lusts and desires and all of my nonsense and fears and stress, and I'm afraid of nothing, Ribbono Shel Olam. Help me. If you're going to do that daily, you're going to be answered. Because in the path that the man wants to walk in, they're leading him in that path. And now you're going to reveal your will. By that itbodedut that you're going to say, Rotzani, I want. I'm not kosher, but I want to be kosher. I'm not happy, but I want to be happy. I'm not learning, and I want to learn. I'm not praying, but I want to. Please, Ribbono Shel Olam. And don't give up. Even 5 years, 10 years, this is your job, to want. Your job is not to succeed. If HaShem will want you to succeed, you're going to succeed. Your real success is to want HaShem. This is a real success. David HaMelech was very successful. And he was failing all of his life. And he was falling all of his life. And people were chasing him all of his life. And he was suffering from his wife and from his children all of his life. And he was running in the desert alone. And his friends, his soldiers wanted to kill him, wanted to fight with him, while he's dragging them to his walls. And he never had one day of peace and quiet in his life. And he's the king of Am Yisrael. Why? Because he's crowning HaShem. This is how you can be a queen, how you can be a king. If you're crowning HaShem on your life, if you're saying HaShem is one, HaShem is the king, you become to be a queen. Only when you're crowning HaShem Yitbarach. Man Marke, the Gemara is asking, Rabbanan, the Gemara is answering. Who are the kings? The rabbis. Rabbis doesn't mean rabbis, it means righteous people. The real Talmidei Chachamim. Real believers. People that are walking with HaShem Yitbarach day and nights. They are the real kings. They are the winners. The ones that are not forgetting HaShem Yitbarach. And everyone are capable to do that. Every one of us. Don't let despair and sadness conquer your life, overpowering you. So you failed. You wanted me to fail. You wanted me to fail. I have a lesson. I need to learn something. There is a certain understanding, something I need to learn, humility. Something. You wanted me to be more humble. This is it. Thank you, HaShem, on that test. Thank you on that failure. Take that book, Garden of Gratitude. Learn that book. And if you finish that book and you're still not happy, it means that you need to learn it again. And to pray. I remember a few times in my life that I took that advice of thanks, and I went to the field and I made longing bodedut, thanking HaShem Yitbarach, and I saw miracles. Miracles and miracles. And thank to HaShem Yitbarach. In the beginning you won't be happy. On what? Someone asked the Rav Shalom, what should I start thanking about? On what? Rav Shalom told him on the thing that it's the hardest thing for you. On that, thank HaShem. On that. Go and thank HaShem. Go and thank HaShem for half an hour on the biggest problem in your life. On your biggest lacking. Go and thank HaShem. Thank you on my fears, on my anxieties, on my low self-esteem, Ribbono Shel Olam. On how much I hate myself, Ribbono Shel Olam. Thank you. On how much I'm complex, on how much I'm confused, on how much I feel so low. Thank you, HaShem. Thank you. Thank you. Do that. You're going to see miracles. I promise you. Be strong. HaShem loves us all, really. We can see it in our lives. For sure we're not worthy to have nothing. And Hashem is so kind, giving to us so many good things in our lives, so many good things to each and every one of us. So just try to keep on thanking Him, to believe in Him. Crown Hashem Yitbarach. Give a smile. Thank you very much. You wanted to ask questions maybe? Only one advice. First of all, I wasn't rebuking her. And also she gonna testify on that. Because it's not working when you're rebuking. It's not working. Rav Shalom is writing that every rebuke is a crack in the house. Another crack, another crack, another crack. One day it's a ruin. This is it. Cannot fix it anymore. So first of all, Baruch Hashem, that I was trying not to rebuke. And I was praying on her every day, 3 times a day. I was, in the beginning, before I learned about the Bodhidut, I was talking to HaShem from, I received that advice from a certain rabbi, and I was praying on her for 5 minutes every day. After the Yule Ratzon, in the end of the Tfilat Shemona Esrei, there is a place that you're allowed to pray, you're allowed to talk. During the Shemona Esrei, you're not allowed to talk. So, Baruch Hashem, they gave us the Breslevers a little bit of fresh air. So, in the end of the Shemona Esrei, after you say the Yule Ratzon, so you can talk, you can pray from your heart. So, I was praying for 5 minutes every day on her, and actually after 2 weeks that we had very, very hard time, but I was praying every day those 15 minutes, Baruch Hashem, bli neder. And one day we received a CD that calls Hayofi Shelach, Your Beauty, of Rav Shalom Arush, that we never knew of Rav Shalom before. We received that CD in an intersection, and she heard that CD and she received everything in herself, modesty, covering her head, and long dress, long sleeves. Just by hearing that CD once, Baruch Hashem, I was praying, and Hashem helped, gave that power. But still, we're working hard. It's not easy. It's not easy, not for me, not for her, it's not. Don't think to yourself that someone has something that you don't have. The success is according to the effort. If you're working, you have a reward, you have success. If you're not working, you're not. And in the book, Women Wisdoms, Rav Shalom is writing over there that if really a woman wants to be the leader of the house, really wants to run the house like she wants, she can do it actually only with prayers. Only. You have an issue in your life that you want to solve, that you want to change, dedicate 10 minutes every day on that issue. Rav now is talking about 30 minutes a day. Long time already to do on one issue, but I'm not sure what's your abilities. So to start with 10 minutes, it's okay. Actually, everyone that tried to put 30 minutes a day on one issue see results very fast. And also 10 minutes and also 5 minutes. You can see results very fast. If you're talking to HaShem Yitbarach from sincere place, from place of truth, you're going to be answered on every issue, on things that you never imagined that something can change them. You're going to see a change. If you're going to stand every day and pray on the same issue, the same subject, every day, and even if you don't have words, talk on that. Say, Ribono Shel Olam, I cannot find the right words, but I want to talk on that. Please, Ribono Shel Olam, give me the right words, give me the prayers. Please, Ribono Shel Olam, let me pray. What? I'm not going to pray now because I don't have words. Please, Ribono Shel Olam. And say the same words thousands of times. Thousands of times. Please, Ribono Shel Olam, make my husband be happy, make my husband be happy, make my husband be happy, make my husband... Say it. This is what you want, right? So say it. What, now you need to write the Sefer Tehillim to be happy? You need to be an author to be happy? Be happy. This is you. This is what you have. Ribono Shel Olam, I want to be happy. Ribono Shel Olam, I want to be happy. HaShem, I want to be happy. Please God, I want to be happy. This is what you have. What do you want? Those are the words that HaShem is putting in your mouth. Those are the prayers that you should pray. You think you are not going to be answered? Why not? There was an Admor that came to Rabbi Natan after that Rabbi Nachman in Breslev passed away, and that Admor praised himself in front of Rabbi Natan and told him that he's got a student that knows to memorize 1,000 pages of Gemara by heart. Huge. Rabbi Natan told him, I have a student that know how to say 1,000 times Ribono Shel Olam. Rabbi Ozer, he was saying Ribono Shel Olam, 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 Ribono Shel Olam. Try that. Thank you. Yes, please.
We can go back to what you said in the beginning, because I don't think I forgot it, about making the same mistake over and over again. I'm sorry, I was thinking my husband and my kids the next day, the next day.
So the thing is that we think that we're able to change things, and this is how our self-esteem is breaking to parts, because you're saying to yourself, how can it be? I tried to fix myself so many times, and I'm praying on it, and I'm working on it, and I decided, and this is it. But actually it's not in your hands, because Akol Bidei Shamayim, everything is in the hands of heaven. If they want you to fail in that issue another Chas Shalom 1,000 times, you're going to fail. There is nothing to do. Until they're going to change their mind in heaven, until you're going to be strong enough to convince HaShem Yitbarach, so you're going to be still in that place. So don't chase yourself. It's not in your hand to change. So what can you do? You can want differently. Like that you already want. But to work on that. And to be happy that at least you want different things. There are people that they're justifying their angers and their lusts and desires. And they're explaining why it's okay to be angry, to be furious, to scream on everyone. There are people that are, this is who that they are. This is their attitude in life. They're angry. What? Yes, you need to be angry now. You need to be happy that you hate it. That you hate the fact that you have that bad attribute. You need to be happy that you hate it. You need to be happy that you're not complete with your lackings. That you want to change. And to work on that. Really, when you're going to not want that bad attribute anymore, you are going to get rid of it. This is it. The fact is that in the path that a man wants to walk in, they're leading him in that path. It's a rule of nature. It's stronger than rules of nature. Why are you falling, for an example, to Tavat Achila, desire for food? Because you haven't really decided strong enough, really, with all of your heart, that you don't want to eat all of those nonsense anymore. You decided it once, in that situation, but it's not really poison. You're not drinking never, right? Economica, something for the flow. You're not drinking. Why? Because it's 100% clear for you that it's poison. So you're not even going to taste. So Hawaiian chocolate you're tasting. Why? Because it's not 100% clear for you that it's poison. For you, you have your doubts. No, when I'm angry it's better. When I'm sad, so it's alright. Alright. So work on yourself. And accept that reality, that it's going to be a process to clarify. This is what it calls Etz Hadat Tov Ra. They're good and bad are mixed in this world. It's not clear. Really, there is an answer on chocolate if it's good or bad. There is an answer. For you, for sure, there is an answer. And you can know that answer. But you haven't clarified that yet. So for that you need to observe on that and to check. Anger. The Gemara is saying it's wrong to be angry. If you learn little bit books of Musar, only stupid people. The verse is saying, Kas b'chepsilim yanuach. Anger is, only stupid people are angry. So, what? Are we stupid? Yes. Very, very stupid. All of the time. But why? You decided that you don't want to be angry, right? You saw that it's ruined your life so many times and you're still falling in that. Why? Because you told yourself that it's not good to be angry because of 100 shekels, but you never talked on what's going to be in 1,000 shekels. Then you need to be angry. Alright, so on 100 shekels, you're not angry anymore. You worked on yourself, let's say so. But on 1,000 shekels, you're not able to stand in that. Why? Because you haven't really clarified for yourself that to be angry is wrong no matter what, even if they're taking the house. But righteous people that really clarified that lost houses and they didn't care. They didn't care. Yaakov Avinu lost everything and he didn't care. A lot of real righteous people lost everything and they didn't care. Why didn't they care? Because it was so clear for them that to be angry is wrong that they were not going to that place. So for us, the job is to clarify, to sit in a quiet place and to observe, to check our lives, to talk about it with HaShem. Please, Ribono Shel Olam, I saw today that I was angry. Please help me to understand how much damage. After that anger, it brought me to explode on my children. And then also I was eating without thinking, and I was eating so fast, and now I'm suffering, and still I'm frustrated, and I have a migraine, and my head is hurt, and I couldn't fix things for Shabbos, and now, and look, I see Ribono Shel Olam, I realize, so help me to remember that, Ribono Shel Olam. Help me, 1 minute of anger, that I couldn't stop myself, and ruin so much. Please, Ribono Shel Olam, if you're going to talk on that today, and tomorrow, and every day, one day it's going to be behind you. But if you will not going to talk about it with yourself first of all, and with HaShem Yitbarach to pray on it, so people can stay stuck in the same patterns for life. For life. And they don't want it, but they do. It helps them. They're running away to all of those black places, dark places. So us that we're looking for HaShem, that we want to be connected, close to HaShem, we need to talk and to open all of our secrets in front of HaShem. All of the filthiest places, all of the dark places, all of the weaknesses that we have, to share it with HaShem, to talk to HaShem like you're talking to your best friend, to share everything with HaShem, to tell him, Ribono Shel Olam, I'm your daughter, I done this and I done that, and I need you to help me to get over this and that I'm going to stop chasing after myself on my past, on my mistakes, Ribono Shel Olam. Give me that faith that you're the only one that decide. You're deciding everything in my life. You wanted me to do that mistake and that mistake. And you didn't want me to get married with him. And you didn't want me this and that. And you wanted me to make that abortion. And you wanted me to close that business. And you didn't want me to say goodbye to my father before he passed away. And I don't know what. Everyone with his life story. Everyone got a life story. That life story, HaShem wrote that book. HaShem wanted you to go through that path. Yosef HaTzadik, to be Yosef HaTzadik, he had to go through a certain path. David HaMelech, to be David HaMelech, he had to go through a certain path. You, to accomplish your task in life, you should go through a certain path. Nothing gonna change it. Just try to make it more useful. To bring HaShem into your life, to go through that path with prayers, with praises, with real understanding that it's really all from HaShem. All of the suffering is because of lack of understanding, lack of knowledge that it's all HaShem. But if really we're going to understand that it's all HaShem, we won't suffer anymore. Thank you very much. Chazak u'baruch.